In this video today, I'm going to show you a story which the mainstream media have buried, do not want to talk about, and there's a big reason why. A 27-year-old has been charged with the murder of a man who has been fatally stabbed and murdered in Norwich, Norfolk. Why is this one being covered up? You guessed it, one of those usual suspects. Welcome along to True Brit Media, the channel that speaks, exposes, and lives the truth, and the truth will be heard. The truth is this. Once again, we have a national person who is not of British identity murdering on our streets. This time, a Congolese national. I'll be giving more information about this person, what has happened in this story, and why the evidence is that the mainstream media have buried this. Stay tuned. I've done my work on this one. And if you are new around here, welcome along. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are actually on the road, as you can see on the screen, to 24,000. We are literally 70 odd people off from that. So if you are new, then do help us get there. And guess what? If you're a returning subscriber, big up to you. Welcome back. And let me know in the comments if you're someone who's come back. But let's get into the story then. Smash a like on this one as well. Run them up and straight into what we're here for. A Congolese national. It sickens me. Why, oh, why do we have to keep going through all of this? Why, oh, why do we have to keep having to go through these stories where we look at the authorities and go, you should have done more. You should have done more. So here's the story of what we know so far. Man charged with murder after fatal stabbing at Norwich student flat. So this happened in student accommodation, which is also another grave concern of why 27-year-old Congolese national is heading around there. But it says a man in his 30s has been killed in a horrific stabbing at Somerleyton House in Norwich, with 27-year-old Congolese national Benjamin Katabana now charged with murder. Police were called just before 5:30 a.m. after frantic reports of a man being attacked inside the multi-occupancy student and professional accommodation block. Let's continue. The victim was actually pronounced dead at the scene, with a post-mortem confirming a stab wound to the chest. Katabana of Somerleyton Street is due to appear before magistrates on Monday. The building, home to dozens of students and young professionals, is now the centre of a major murder investigation. Residents are demanding answers as violent crime continues to surge in once quiet university areas. And finally, Britain's communities are being torn apart by crimes that should never be happening in the first place. How many more innocent people must die before our leaders admit this country has a serious problem? Hear, hear. So many questions, so many thoughts about this one. And I wonder where you guys sort of land yourself with your first thought. My first thought is this, and this is where I've gone with this story. Congolese international. How did he get here? What's his background? Why was he here? Was he legal? Was he illegal? That's my first point, because that matters to me. Because if, again, it's one of those that have come across on our dinghies, then we have serious problems. If it's someone who's come here legally, then how the hell did he pass this sanity test to be in our country? Either way, there's a problem. Number two, at 5:30 in the morning, why is a Congolese national hanging around student accommodation at 5:30 a.m.? For me, it sounds like someone who's intoxicated, sounds like he's lurking with intention, and sounds like someone who's a real danger. Finally, the big one for me, Norwich, Norfolk. I'm not being funny, but Norwich is one of the quietest places in the UK. It's one of the quietest, isolated places. You even make jokes that do they even have internet in Norwich? You know, that sort of poor humour. And no offence to anyone who lives in Norwich, but do you know what I mean? It's not known for the hustle and bustle. A quiet university town. So I want to know, what's the migrants crisis like over there? Are we now actually housing more of these people in these type of towns? So you take those 3 points. And then the biggest thing is we have another innocent life lost, a victim taken, a student studying. And by the way this words, it sounds like he was a mature student in his 30s, as I said, in that accommodation. So the security now, how easy was it to access that? Was there security there? Could this one have been prevented? Shocking. But I then looked at it and thought, okay, do we have a lot of coverage of this? Is there coverage of the first degree that loads of people are covering this story? So I said, okay, I'll type in this, Norwich stabbing, see what I find. Okay, that's an independent journalist, British Intel. Isolated incidents, another one. Oh, we got the Norwich Evening News. You know, this is quite a big thing. A Congolese national stabbing a man who's studying in Norwich. You thought it'd be quite big. Okay, no, okay. Eastern Daily Press. Where's the mainstream here? PLP News. Euro Post Agency. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you've got to wonder. You've got to wonder, where is this happening? And I was talking about Norwich being quiet. Well, these two stories here, Norwich jury told murder suspect at knife or machete to stabbing scene. You know, there's maybe a bit more stabbing and crisis epidemic going up there. But it's being kept quiet, people. It's being kept quiet. So I thought, well, maybe Twitter doesn't always have the answers. Maybe let's go a Google search. Let's have a look. And again, stay with me here, people, because I want to show you the truth. This isn't being exposed properly. So again, what do you type? You go into Google, and this is how I do my work. Norwich stabbing. There's got to be some big dogs here. Who's this? Ivrim Agassi. That seems like a foreign newspaper. Oh, that EDP24. Norwich Evening News. The Tab. But where's Sky? Where's ITV? We've got a little bit now. Let's go to the BBC. Where's the Congolese International? Where's the reference of where this man's from? Murder charge after man stabbed at student flats. Oh, look at the wording here. Look at the wording of what this is written as. A man has been charged with murder after a person died at accommodation block for students and professionals. Oh, a man. Where's the description? Let's go down to the third paragraph. Norfolk police said a man in his 30s had been pronounced dead at the scene and a 27-year-old had been arrested. Okay, there's still not. Oh, we've got to wait to the fourth paragraph. Benjamin Katabana of Somerleyton Street, who police said was a Congolese national, has been charged with murder. See the clever wording of the BBC there. Was a Congolese national. And they've put it in their fourth paragraph. Just tucked it away there. Do you know what I mean? Tucked it away there. That is what you get with the coverage of the BBC. Where's the heading? Congolese national, ex-Congolese national, or migrant, or, you know, we want to know. Don't just put man. And I don't know if you guys think I'm being pedantic here, but this is genuinely how I see it. Why did the mainstream media not like to push the truth out? Well, we know why. This is ITV's report 5 hours ago. Okay, again. Benjamin Katabana, man 27, charged with murder after fatal stab in Norwich. Oh, so man again? When do they mention that he's Congolese? Well, surely in the first couple of paragraphs. Fairly straight. Probably straight away, right? Oh, no mention here. No mention second. No mention the third. But we get to the fourth one. Congolese national Benjamin Katabana, 27, has now been charged with murder. So you see the difference, how even ITV haven't put was. The BBC put he was a Congolese national, and ITV are calling him that. And you might not be able to see that, I've just realized, because it's a little bit small on your screen. So let me just increase that. Sorry. But yeah, Congolese national. The BBC called him was. Our mainstream journalists are shite. They're not sure what narrative or story to push. They're scared to put something too far out there. And so I take this story today. Why is this not being plastered over the news? Where's Sky News' impact on it? Why are they not referring to where he was from? And why are they not making this more of a serious tone and nature? People think we've got agendas here. People think we're barking up the wrong tree. You just have to use your eyes and see. And I've showed you some very key wording of was or is. How do you see him? Is he a British national? Is he someone who lives in Britain? Or is he a Congolese national? Because the BBC are trying to tell us he's not anymore. Shocking. My thoughts and prayers are with the victim and the family and the community and the students. And once again, how have we let another one slip through the net? These people are dangerous. Love to hear from you. Smash up the likes, notification bells on for more uploads. We've got another one coming tonight. Don't miss it. I'm out of here. Ta-da.